Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian. I have decided I will vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real-life situations in my country Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, our culture, our background, or whatever interests you. And in my previous videos, I have mentioned numerous times that I do consider Russia a terrorist state because it uses different threats to try to negotiate the things they want. And of course, they also use their natural resources, which actually do not belong to the government of Putin and all the criminals around him, but in general to the planet. And they use these resources to manipulate the world, to manipulate European Union, and to try to get the sanctions off. So today in many news we can read that Russia starts to make the flow of its natural gas to Europe really low, and the prices, they go really high. And of course, this is one of the most dangerous arguments that Russian government uses, is the fact that this gas prices, oil prices will go really high, and the world will have to accept new reality that Russia dictates and forget about Ukraine, forget about the support that we need, and all the other things. Of course, I try to be optimist, but also among the comments that I receive, many people say that they are afraid of prices, higher prices that they will receive, gas, oil, petrol, and the things are getting more and more expensive, and people are getting tired of this war. So definitely Russians know what they do, and they try to manipulate the public opinion, trying to show that do you really need that Ukraine that much? If you, I don't know, cannot afford a trip to a seaside that you liked for the weekend, but it became more expensive for you, why not accept Russia? I hope no one will agree that Russians are allowed to dictate and manipulate. I liked this definition of their economy as dig and sell. Dig and sell. Actually, they almost do not produce anything by themselves. They simply use natural resources of the territory on which Russia was built. In general, this all belongs to our planet, and honestly, I don't like those people, I don't like those countries that become rich based on the usage of their natural resources. Actually, this is just not honest. Definitely it's much cooler from my perspective, I'm subjective, you know that. Definitely it's much cooler when you can develop something, invent something, use some technologies, I don't know, theories that make you interesting and rich. And with Russia it's different. They simply spoil their resources, they use gas, oil, various minerals. They don't care much about ecology, from what I know, and there are things to do also in Ukraine, but in general you cannot find many Russians concerned with ecology. And in general, just using those resources that happen to be on their territory, they try to manipulate the world. The problem with us, with Ukraine, with Europe, is that we allowed Russia to be the only or the main supplier of all these resources that are so much needed. And that is a problem, because it's not wise to ever depend on someone that much. And it was a mistake long ago. I do remember how many Ukrainians protested against Nord Stream 2. They were warning, like long before the results of various intelligence services, years before the war that started, the full-scale war. Ukrainians spoke about that, and other clever people all over the world spoke about that as soon as Nord Stream 2 is finished, Ukraine is in great danger, because Russia won't need Ukrainian infrastructure and will be able to bomb, destroy, ruin everything that is located on the territory of Ukraine. And we asked so many influential politicians and governments to block the decisions on Nord Stream, but definitely they always chose economy over the future of Ukraine because, well, no one believed Russia can do what it does right now. So, and now, today, when I read the comments of people who are disappointed with gas, petrol prices, I do realize that it's a problem for families, it's a problem for enterprises, it's a problem for various plants, factories, whatever it is, for various products that are created based on this mineral resources. But I still hope that just like the world could not close its eyes on the sins of Nazi, the same won't happen with Russia, because how can we live comfortably with Putin's regime killing hundreds and thousands of civilians, children in Ukraine? How can we treat them legitimately? And moreover, all that gas, all that mineral resources, they will stay in Russia after Putin is dead, executed, prosecuted, or whatever you choose as the best option. So it is really important to understand that after he is gone, we can still have gas, oil, and maybe for better prices. So please never equate Putin and his regime with the prices and with the presence of gas in your, I don't know, ovens, heating systems, and so on. For Ukraine, this winter is going to be really cold. I'm sure we will have lots of problems, first of all, because many regions lost their infrastructure in general. And of course, they won't give us gas. And I'm kind of working on this winter plan for myself, how to heat the flat we live in. Well, we had this autonomous gas heating, water heating, like, I don't know what's the English for that, but it was just for my flat. And we also have something like a mantelpiece, but it's not a mantelpiece exactly because it has a glass wall. So I'm planning to find some wood for the winter so that if it gets really cold, we can live with this mantelpiece working. So I'm lucky, but many flats, many apartments, many houses in Ukraine don't have that. So it's high time, and in Ukrainian Facebook, elsewhere, you can find lots of advertisements with various kinds of ovens or other things that you can use in winter to heat yourself, to heat your room, and to survive the winter. Hopefully this winter won't be cold, but my main message here is that any kind of blackmail, any kind of manipulation, any kind of playing with the lives and health of people, what Russia does daily, it is forbidden. And it is just one more proof that Russia is a terrorist state. And negotiating with terrorists is a great mistake, because every talk leads to some steps back in the democratic civilized world and persuades Russia that it can continue acting the way it wants. So I do hope we will be able to cope with these manipulations. We will be able to survive this winter. For Ukrainians, it is not only about heat, it is also about bombs and missiles flying. And it is extremely important for the world, for the European Union, to figure out the ways to live normally without this dependency on Russian gas, without mistakes like Nord Stream 2. And it's high time to live with the different kind of Russia without Putin and generations that are cured from the propaganda of hatred they lived in. And to positive news, today President Zelensky received the Churchill's Prize, and I also saw his beautiful photo session with his wife for Vogue. Hopefully the Zelensky family will continue be important on the global arena, because even this kind of public attention is important for the world not to forget about this totally unjust war in Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching my channel. I'm very grateful for the support you give with your coffees that you buy, with your comments that you leave, and most importantly, I'm extremely grateful for every subscription, and I always welcome all of my subscribers to the channel, because the more viewers I have, the more chances the world will not forget about war in Ukraine. So thank you for that. Thank you for liking, sharing, and any kind of activity on my channel. Slava Ukraini!